The new voice memories introduced in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are an interesting experiment. I've been tooling around through the ladder entry again to see what all the chatter is about, to find out how exactly these voice memories function, and to discover what sort of information they convey, and boy do I have a lot of thoughts. One of the more perplexing aspects of the voice memories was Nintendo's decision to incorporate a second screen, a lesson I had thought they learned from their past handhelds and consoles and made obsolete with the advent of the Switch. I'm sure part of the reason for incorporating a smartphone is to push their new app, and Zelda Notes, which to be fair, contains more than just the voice memories. And though I can see the appeal of the app's more gacha-like elements, they aren't very appealing to me. All that said, connecting the game to the app and wandering through Hyrule is a technological feat that seems to work perfectly, even if I don't quite understand how. However, the process of collecting the voice memories is somewhat bizarre. A beeping signal, which functions similarly to the Sheikah sensor, although much higher pitched and grating, will beep once if you're coming near to a location that houses a voice memory, twice if you're really close, and a loud, jarring notification will play when you've found said voice memory. The actual locations of these are not indicated in the game or the app in any way, and this isn't a bad thing, it's just something I'm merely pointing out. Once when I was looking for a particular voice memory, the beeps changed abruptly from single beeps to the loud notification, almost tipping me over while playing. After finding one, the voice memories will also begin playing on your phone, but nothing changes in the actual game. So you can either listen and keep playing, or look at your phone while just standing around in-game. It also quickly becomes clear that many of the memories are around significant points of interest. And even if I had no idea if a memory would be somewhere or not, usually I could just warp to particular places and almost instantly find a new memory. In fact, one place began playing the memory as soon as I warped there. The other hindrance of using a smartphone has to do with accessing the memories. What if Nintendo shuts down the app? What if you don't have a smartphone because you're like 7 years old? The accessibility and longevity of this content is questionable, no matter how thorough of archivist's broader Zelda tube is, because none of these memories actually exist in the game, a theme you'll find recurring throughout this video. As for the memories themselves, they're a bit of a mixed bag. At their worst, they give hints to puzzles that you've probably already solved, reiterate information we already know, or reassure us that the inexplicable thing that happened was, in fact, inexplicable. At their best, they offer slices of Hyrulean life and give deeper insight into characters. For example, many of Zelda's memories from Breath of the Wild focus on the effect of her mother's passing, not only on Zelda, but the king, too. At their very best, they make the world feel way more alive, though in ways we never actually get to see. What's absurd is just how many voice memories there are, 125 in Breath of the Wild, and 240 in Tears of the Kingdom, split between Master Koga in the Depths, Rauru in the Sky Islands, and Zelda in Hyrule proper. Koga is by far my least favorite, offering nothing of real value, and although the voice acting still isn't great, I find Koga's voice and voice actor to be way out of place.
Yeah, this is definitely the place the notebook mentioned.
Rauru's memories aren't too much better, and many seem to imply there were Sky Islands during this time as well, and that they're not simply the result of the upheaval. Zelda, with 150 memories, bridges some gaps between Tears of the Kingdom and its predecessor, but I can't help but think a lot of what she says would have been better shown actually in Tears of the Kingdom, as opposed to explained in what basically amounts to voiceover DLC. With all that in mind, and although I've been rather harsh, I can recognize the voice memories as an olive branch that Nintendo has offered, most likely in response to the backlash regarding Tears of the Kingdom's seeming lack of respect for the franchise's past lore. I commend them for even doing this. There has obviously been a lot of thought put into these memories, but I think their implementation still missed the mark. In Tears of the Kingdom's case, I think I would have enjoyed them more if they were actually in the game. Rauru's especially, as we see him on the Great Sky Island at the game's very beginning. He could have been a spirit in the depths as well, replacing Koga. As a side note, I'm realizing more and more how much of a missed opportunity the Yiga were in Tears of the Kingdom. As far as Breath of the Wild is concerned, I haven't played it since 2017, and I'm looking forward to returning to it, but not with the voice memories included, as they seem like a betrayal of the lonely spirit of that game. Thank God for the collective obsession of Zelda tubers, because the idea of playing that game again and encountering voice memories might ruin that experience. As it stands, I don't think I'll be returning to find any more voice memories in Tears of the Kingdom either, because they don't add enough weight to warrant exploring a game to which I've already sunk 200 hours. My biggest complaint is that the voice memories feel more like vocal amiibo than game vital content. And I hope future games don't resort to walking to some landmark and having a character exposit its purpose in a way jarringly disconnected from the in-game narrative. I do hope this is truly an acknowledgement that the Zelda team will add greater depth of character, detail, and slices of life to, the future games. What are your thoughts on the voice memories? Do you enjoy collecting them? Do you hate the sensor dinging but power through because the added content is worth it? Or do you hope to see this style of information better integrated into the next title?